I started going to China in '05 and was spending a lot of time in Asia. And in 2010, I wanted to expand, and I found there was this organization, Global Interdependence Center, that was going to Vietnam and Singapore, two places I wanted to go. And I didn't know who they were, but I signed up, and then I got the flu, and I didn't want to challenge the vaunted North Vietnamese healthcare system, so I didn't go. And I got better in one day, and I realized I could catch up in Singapore. And that's where I met David. I flew into Singapore unannounced, showed up at dinner.
You joined us at dinner.
Charles Plosser sitting across from me, Janet sitting next to me. David comes and sits down and asks the disturbing question, Michael, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Memphis, which always gets a eh. And he says, oh, my daughter's from Memphis. And I said, no, she's not. Yes, she is. And she's here. Yeah. And in 10 minutes, Sarah knew my boss from Memphis. They were working on an arts project together. David and I are talking. Charles finally started talking to me because I wasn't just trying to ask him what rates were going to be next month. And I was in a family 15 minutes after I sat down. And from there, I've been to almost every event that GIC has held since 2010. We went to China right after that. I've been all over the world with GIC. I started helping David. He said, become a speaker, become a sponsor, become work on programs with me. So I became the deputy program director, then the program director, then the chairman emeritus, which is a much better position
Absolutely.
than any of the other ones.
Emeritus is wonderful.
And I still work on the program committee, and I love GIC. My firm is a large contributor because the value that we get is better than all the other people that we used to pay for advice all around the world. And I'd do anything for GIC because it has been a huge part of my life, and it's been a huge benefit to me as an economist.
So let's hone in on a specific issue.
Okay.
We have been all over the world together in many places.
Many.
And we've had members of the FOMC, governors, presidents of various reserve banks,
yes,
directors of research, serious people inside the Fed. I would say over the years, we've personally had conversations with 100 of them or some number like that.
Yes.
We are now seeing the political debate unfolding about the independence of the Fed again.
Yeah.
Now, this seems to go in cycles.
Absolutely.
But this time it looks more intense. Do you have any thoughts about the independence of the Federal Reserve?
Well, the independence of central banks is critical because politicians left to their own means already have fiscal stimulus, which they use poorly. And part of the rationale for an independent central bank is to have a monetary policy that can rein in out of control fiscal policy. Or if the fiscal policy is not there, to give the economy a boost. And it has to be independent, or at least it has to be outside the political world, because the politicians from both sides will try to influence it. And we've seen that in plenty of countries. I mean, look at places like Turkey or Argentina right now. And I mean, it's a nightmare when the government controls the central bank as well as fiscal policy, because you get both policies working at the same time, and you boom, you bust, you boom, and you bust. The Fed's had, a tremendous track record. Everybody wants to blame the Fed when it doesn't get it right. Well, nobody gets it right all the time. They're not really supposed to stop things from happening, before they happen. They're mostly there to clean up and help clean up after there's been an accident. And they're very good at that. I mean, this inflation wave where it went way up and now it's come all the way back down in a year, I think is an extraordinary example of how their independence has helped them. Politicians wouldn't have done that. In fact, politicians didn't do that. That's how come we got the inflation, is they had a money drop, then they had another money drop, and then the other team got in and they had a money drop because they were owed one, right? I mean,
sure.
So having the Fed there to be able to stop that, and outside the political arena, mostly outside the political arena, nothing's entirely outside the political arena, is important.
So How many years have you been coming to this gathering in Maine?
Since 2011. I've
So,
missed twice,
so
but
you were here in 2011. You watched the
yes,
downgrade of the United States of America
yes,
credit rating from
yes,
here.
yes,
An exciting Friday night.
it was.
That's right. One more question. Did you fish this morning?
I did.
How was it?
It was okay. We hit 3 or 4 bass, none of them big, but
Yeah, it's a warm day today.
it's a hot day. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's always fun to be up here and just enjoy this community.
My friend and colleague from many years, Michael Drury. Thank you.
Thank you.